people often assume that clear affection signals a stable bond. You might wake up feeling absolute devotion to your partner, yet hours later, find yourself questioning every single detail of that connection. This fluctuation feels like a personal failure or a sign of an unstable personality. However, this recurring pattern of doubt indicates something deeper about human nature. We frequently mistake this internal turbulence for a lack of genuine feeling. Instead, this constant back-and-forth movement might be the actual mechanism that defines how we experience deep attachment to another human being. Love is like a flickering candle flame, because it requires the presence of oxygen and the constant threat of extinction to remain visible. This specific dynamic suggests that our emotional states possess no fixed foundation. When we feel deep warmth, the subsequent impulse to pull away or deny that intensity is not an error. It is a necessary component of the process itself. We crave stability in our relationships, but the human heart maintains its vitality through this persistent tension. By observing these shifts, we see that affection lacks a permanent, static state. The denial of love provides the contrast needed to identify love in the first place. Without the capacity to reject or doubt, the sensation of attachment would lose its distinct shape. We are caught in a loop where the affirmation of a bond relies upon the silent presence of its potential dissolution. This explains why we often feel most alive in our relationships when we are simultaneously struggling to define them. Consider two people who have spent years building a shared life. One morning, they share a quiet breakfast, feeling a profound sense of unity and shared history. By the afternoon, a small disagreement occurs, and one person suddenly feels like a complete stranger to the other. They start to wonder if the entire relationship is based on a misunderstanding. This person might search for a definitive reason for their change in perspective. They look for external triggers, like stress at work or a lack of sleep, to explain why their feelings shifted so rapidly. They worry that this inconsistency proves they were never truly in love. Yet, this cycle is a normal part of their daily reality. The feeling of love does not move in a straight line. It moves through peaks of intense connection and valleys of profound detachment. This couple is not broken, even though they feel disoriented by the speed of their changing moods. My perspective is that we must stop viewing these emotional shifts as problems to be solved. We spend too much time trying to manufacture a consistent version of our feelings that simply does not exist. The viewpoint that emotional certainty is inherently unstable reveals that we are looking for a destination that remains unreachable. We want to categorize love as a solid object, but it stays a process that changes form every single day. This creates a situation where our own minds work against our desire for peace. We feel affection, then we feel fear, then we feel denial, and we treat this sequence as a crisis. I believe we should accept this friction as the primary evidence that we are engaged in a living, breathing connection. If we stop trying to eliminate the doubt, we might find that the doubt itself clarifies the depth of our commitment. The instability is not a flaw in the system. It is the system. We should learn to navigate these waves instead of fighting to reach a shore that we keep moving further away from. What evidence would you need to accept that your own uncertainty provides the most honest proof of your feelings? We tend to look for a final answer to the question of love, hoping to reach a point where we never have to wonder again. Perhaps the goal is not to find a permanent state of certainty, but to become comfortable with the way our minds shift. If we recognize that our contradictions are built into our biology, we might stop judging ourselves so harshly. Can you find a way to appreciate the moments of doubt as part of the total experience of being